Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah.
We got it! We got it!
New 52 booklet.
Somebody clip this.
How you guys doing? Welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and today I'm continuing my Problem With series, where I take a concept from DC and Marvel and tell you my issues with it. And today I'm talking about Jon Kent Superboy / Man. So I've been very vocal about not liking this particular character for a lot of reasons. Chief among them, and I'm going to start this is problem number one, is he's redundant. Because here's the problem with this, and this has nothing to do, I want to open up by saying this has nothing to do with him being an adult versus a kid. He was redundant as a child being Superboy, because here's why. If you wanted Superboy that could take over for Superman, you literally had Connor. Just bring back Connor, or don't let Bendis bring back Connor, because he brought him back in the 90s stuff, which I liked him more as the t-shirt and jeans, but that's just me. I mean, hey, there you go. But the problem with this is that when he was younger, he was Superboy, and he was still redundant because you had many different. This is the problem with these DC families, is that eventually everyone gets redundant. Like Lana Lang became another Superwoman, but she's basically Kara. It's like there's like 3 Wonder Girls. There's 2 Flashes. The Flash thing, I'm like, I get they probably should, if they didn't want. The problem is I'm against Mantle sharing, period. Just if these characters are good enough, they can have their own identity, which Wally West could. He could. Jon Kent probably could. Not really, but that's beside the point. So he's like redundant because, again, and this will, and I'll address this further in reason 3, but I'll basically tease on it. I don't like it when 2 characters share a mantle, because I find that is the biggest waste. Because actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna wait until we get to reason 3. Reason 2, he's created for nostalgia. So here's what happened. So DC had a good thing with the new 52. And then, so first, Peter J. Tomasi tanked the Superman Wonder Woman book.
What is this?
I know this because I know he knows how to write these characters. It's just he didn't write them good. So he tanked the Super Wonder book. Then they did this book called Superman and Lois, or like, it's a Superman, Lois, and Clark. Here's the problem with this book, among many other things, and I'll have the cover somewhere on the screen. The chief issue with this, so the conceit of Superman, Lois, and Clark was that, so at the end of, I believe it was Infinite Crisis, so post-Crisis, Superman and Lois went into the new 52 reality. It may have been the end of Infinite Crisis, but the point is, at some point they ended up in the main Earth Zero New 52 reality. Okay, that's cool. And he didn't get involved with the first Darkseid fight because he was probably like, the Justice League has this. Okay, that's fair enough. But when the crime syndicate showed up and said, we've killed the Justice League, or when the Anti-Monitor invaded, he didn't do anything. Here's why the Anti-Monitor is worse. This dude has fought the Anti-Monitor before. There's no way he didn't know this. So that's beyond the point. I may have to read that series and do a video on it later. But the point is, he was created to go back to that post-crisis Superman, affectionately referred to by his fans as real Superman, even though I call him coward Superman because he is a coward. So that's reason 2. Reason 3 is the mantle swap. The reason why I don't like it, first off, mantle swaps can work, like when Dick Grayson took over as Batman. That's one of the occasions where it did work. My problem with it is that when they allow both characters to share the mantle, like with Clark and John sharing the mantle of Superman, Arthur and Calder sharing the role of Aquaman, Bruce Wayne and Jace Fox both being Batman, it doesn't work. Here's why. Let's say I were to go down my street right now, find someone that has never touched this stuff, doesn't know comic books, doesn't know anything, and I ask them, what's Superman's real name? I guarantee you they're going to say Clark Kent. They're not going to say Jon Kent. If I say, what's Batman's first name, real name? They're going to say Bruce Wayne. They may not know Aquaman. I mean, maybe they will be because of the movie, but the point is, they're going to think of the original character, not the knockoff. Yes, I'm going to call him the knockoff. That's my problem here, because because when DC tries to share mantles, it doesn't work. It has never worked. Share mantles, in other words, them both being there. Like when Dick Grayson became Batman, that was because Batman died. So Bruce was dead. Well, dead. He was just traveling throughout the multiverse. But what happened was there had to be a Batman. It was going to be Jason Todd or Dick. So Grayson was like, no, I got to do this. So reason 4 actually goes hashtag full circle into reason 3. Jon Kent holds his own book. And it's been shown that the Super Sun sales were abysmal the entire time. The entire time that it started. Well, actually, it started off really good with I think it was 99,000 books. That's cool. That's great. Then severe drop, and it kept dropping. That's the thing. It kept dropping. It never once did this or maybe this or maybe this. No, it kept dropping, and it never went above. I think the lowest it got was 12,000 or something like that. I'll have the figure on the screen and we can put that on there. But my point is, it had some of the worst sales I have ever seen in a comic book. Now, granted, my good friend Robert brought up, well, if it has a sustainable audience, okay, that's fine. Okay, and I said that's good if DC is a healthy company, but we've heard forever that DC is not doing well sales-wise, so they can't afford to take all these risks, because otherwise they're just losing money on books. So really, right now, what DC has to do is prioritize the stuff that sells, which is the Trinity, the Justice League, and Batman. So Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Justice League. That's it. That's the line. You can expand and have backup storylines where it covers other characters. Or you can do Batman the Brave and the Bold, although try and keep it more Batman focused, because a lot of those. My problem with the Brave and the Bold series is that there's too many non-Batman book stories in there. I'm like, no, you can have one or two, but one Batman story and then 3 other non-Batman stories, that doesn't work. My point is, you can have these other stories and characters in the backups, and if they take off, then upgrade them to another book. But so far they haven't. And then finally, needs better writers. This could not have been more true so I've been very vocal. I didn't like the character, particularly after what Tom Taylor did with him. And you know what? I'm still not, because so far DC has not given me a good writer since, hang on, here's my addendum, Dark Crisis. Because there was this fantastic moment when as the Justice League is coming back to life, John does not know that they're returning. He's fighting every Superman villain. He's getting his ass kicked. But he remembers his father saying that a hero is one that sacrifices for the greater good and has to stand up for what's right, even at great risk, or something like that. It's one of those speeches. And he's getting his ass kicked. He's still holding the line because he's this is what my dad would do. Then when Doomsday is about to punch him in the face and kill him, his last words were, "Dad, I hope I made you proud." And then obviously Superman shows up and catches the fist, like the Snyder cut, which I'm like, yes. But that was fantastic writing under Tom Taylor. This is again my Tom Taylor paradox, where I think he writes well if it's non-continuity, because he can change stuff and he can kill characters like Dark Knights of Steel, Deceased, all that's good. It's just when he gets into in continuity books that I think he flounders. And again, he's not a bad writer at all. He is a great writer in the right context. That's why if I were in charge of DC, I'd tell Tom Taylor, you can't. Unfortunately, here's the thing. You write better on Elseworlds. So here's what we'll do. We'll give you your entire Elseworlds line. Deceased, Injustice, you completely killed it with those. Do more of those. And then there you go. That's how you solve that. So those are my 5 problems with Jon Kent. It's mostly, I get there are no bad characters, just bad writers, but a lot of characters also have bad motivations for existing, which is, again, the nostalgia, the screw the new 52 and such. So that's a problem. So that's where I kind of fall on that. But let me know below your thoughts on Jon Kent as a character. To be clear, because I know someone's going to put in the comment, de-aging him does not fix the problems with the character. I'm saying his very existence, even as a kid, doesn't work. But anyway, let me know your thoughts below, what you guys think of Jon Kent as a character, and who else and what other problem with videos do you want to see me do? Because I'll do any of them you guys want me to do. Now, the last thing I'll do before I let you guys go, I want to plug my memberships, because if you become a member, you get these 1 day early, which would be, so normally these are released on a Wednesday. And then if you become a member, you get these on a Tuesday. So essentially, right and next to the subscribe button, there is the join button. So just click that. For as little as $1 a month, you get these for free. You get these a day early. So that's my one plug. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll show up for the next one. These problem with videos have been doing very well, so I'm gonna keep continuing to do them. Stay heroic, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lame, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks. Bye.